Hello, 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 and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at enrolment of students in our Moodle courses and any settings which are connected to that phase of the process. Now, as you can see, here's the Moodle course that I've been preparing, not quite ready for launching yet, still a lot of work to be done. But these are the areas, the actual course tab that you can see in the menu up here. These are the areas that these various sections we've spent most time on so far. However, today we're going to take a look at the participants tab because we're going to imagine that I have actually managed to finish my course and I'm ready to launch it. If I look at this little tab right up at the top, it says enrolled users, and that dictates what you're seeing here. In actual fact, before thinking about actual people, let's have a ponder about enrollment methods. So I've changed that little tab to enrollment methods and a new window appears. What method you choose will depend on the setup of your institution. Anything vaguely formal will probably require manual enrollment. It makes it obligatory and the students don't have the choice of signing up, and you're not putting the burden and responsibility on their shoulders to do so. It's done centrally by you or by administration. In a less formal course, now that would be the case in the one I'm developing because mine, this Teaching EFL to L1 Arabic speakers, is aimed at fellow instructors. An online course, asynchronous, probably. It's not completely been defined, but it would not be something that anybody was obliged to take part in. So in theory, I could go for self-enrollment. So I would choose self-enrollment in this part here. There we go. And if I did it this way, I would give a title to the enrollment module, as it were. And I would just work my way through these various options. I don't think it's necessary to go through them all. Some of them would probably remain unaltered. We just leave them as default. But you would have things like an enrollment key, for example, so that you are allowing self-enrollment, but they're being supplied with some code to get into it. Or you can use group enrollment keys if your institution has something set up in a more systematic way. You could change the default assigned role. In theory, I'm not getting any options here. You would have to perhaps dabble with the roles behind the scenes before doing that. Enrollment duration, start of course, so on and so forth, and you even get down the bottom the chance to write a really nice, warm, welcoming message to your students. So you add that method. I'm just going to cancel that. I'm not going to do it that way. Not today anyway. I'm going to show you because otherwise I won't be able to demonstrate how manual enrollments take place. That is the method I am going to leave it with. So I'm going to go back to enrolled users, and as we can see, rather sadly, there's nobody in my course, and that really is tragic. Now, how do I go finding my students? So I'm going to imagine, and this is applicable, as I'm saying, to a more formal setup, an institutional context, school, college, university, whatever. You will have, the Moodle would have all students probably inserted into the system anyway. So you just have to go find them, basically, the ones that are specific to your course, a particular cohort, or list of names or whatever. They would already, the names of the entire institution would be present in Moodle. How do I go searching for them? I can use filters if I want. I could match any keyword or status or role or enrollment method. That's one way of tracking them down, I guess. You can even add multiple conditions if you want. In reality, I think most of the time what you would do would be just to enroll users using this blue button one at a time, unless it was a huge cohort, in which case you might want to do it in a different, you might need a keyword or something like that to say you had 100 students to enroll in your course. It might be a little bit tiresome to have to do it that way. So I'm here, obviously I'm active and my status is the course creator. I'm going to start enrolling some students. So I enroll students and I look for, now who we're going to have, I'm going to enroll Nellie against her will without asking her any permission whatsoever. I hope she won't get too angry with me. And then I'm going to enroll a pal of mine, Karina, who is also doing this course, who's one of our cohort. She won't mind if I use her temporarily. And I'm going to the search of cohorts. You would have to set them up first, obviously. They don't exist, but in an institutional setting, these cohorts would probably exist. And the assigning role is automatically student. If I want, let's assume that both Nellie and Karina have been doing my courses in previous years, or I've done previous segments or terms or semesters or whatever. So I can go and recuperate their old grades. I can set starting time, and I can actually limit the enrollment phase. I'm going to leave it unlimited right now, but in actual fact, I think when I would go and do it, I think I would want to put a deadline on enrollment so that the cohort could work synchronously and together in teamwork and pair work, collaborative efforts. So I want everybody starting at kind of the same time. So let's say I've got the starting dates now. My course is going to be in a month's time. I will give it, say, 30 days, something like that. Or I can enable an actual date with a time if I'm going to be really fussy about it. Enroll selected users and cohorts. And as if by magic, I now have a couple of people in my course. The groups, my understanding is that the present version of Moodle does not allow for the formation of groups without perhaps plugins, so I can't touch that. What I can do is edit the enrollment of individual students, status active, or I can even suspend Nellie if she's not been a good girl. And then we have, I can specify enrollment starts and ends for that person. That would allow me, I guess, to make an exception for somebody who turns up late, had some sort of issue, didn't enroll in time. I could extend the enrollment specifically for them. Okay, so the last thing I can do basically is do a huge favour to both Nell and Karina and unenroll them from my course because I don't think they're going to want to do my unfinished course. It would be pretty ghastly for them. But that is the way of removing people from your enrollment list, and that's basically it. So it's pretty straightforward and intuitive all in all. Hope that was useful. Bye.